Hey, there's a lot of weakness out there. A lot of people being misled. A lot of people lost. They think they're found. There's a lot of single people out there that think they're part of something. They think they're part of a club or a movement or something. It's all this we shit. We did this. We did that. We are winning. We are doing this. We are doing that. There's a lot of people labeling themselves, you know. Whatever happened to individuality? There's a lot of people just lost, just going with the herd off a cliff. The ones running the other way are being called, you know, unpatriotic or, traitors or idiots while they watch their group plummet to their fucking demise. There's too many people out there labeling themselves. I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this, I'm a that. You know. People are individuals, they're complex like onions, multi-layered. You know, you might have some liberal beliefs and you might have some conservative beliefs. You might be independently thinking about some things, you know. You're not a one-tone, bland, fucking emotionless robot. People need to stop the whole group think, you know. All men are not created equal. Have you not looked around out there? All of this bullshit. You know, I can't speak for all men because each person is an individual. Each person has their own code of ethics and lack of morals. These people are fucking lost. A lot of people are lost. It's just, they need something. They need to be guided, and that guidance comes from God. You get your morals and your ethics from God. Most of you out there are driven by greed, lust, wrath. It's all sin. It can just all be broken down to sin. Most of your fucking personalities are made up of somebody else's thoughts, books that you've read, things that you've heard from other people, movies, you know, songs, things that you find meaning in. But who are you? You know? What are you? The first job ever created on earth was when Adam received a job from God to tend to the Garden of Eden, to plant and care for crop and tend to animals. If you don't grow your own food and tend to animals and take control over your own life, your own lives, you will be treated like an animal and you will be controlled. But the choice is yours. You just need to take some responsibility. Take some responsibility. Stop taking the easy road. man asked God, Lord, why do you lead me through troubled waters? And God smiled and replied, my son, I led you through troubled waters to teach you, to strengthen you, for your enemies can't swim. And people will drown in a pool of their own bitterness and emotion and feelings and sin, just wrath, just to be corrupted by their own lust and want and desire. Endlessly chasing a carrot on a stick that they can never reach. Never present in the moment. Never there. Always somewhere else. It's like Bruce Lee once said, if you focus on the finger, you miss all the heavenly glory. Like something like that, If you focus on minuscule things, just meaningless things, you'll miss amazing beauty, honesty, just God has a wonderful sense of humour and a wonderful paintbrush and palette. So when was the last time you just strolled out and just looked at the sunset and gave thanks? Woke with the sunrise. Gave over your time for somebody else. Reached out. Sacrificed. People are just, so lost at the moment. Tired of sticking on what's supposed to be entertainment, and it's idiots talking about politics. We're winning. Like, who's we? They still don't realise that politics is two wings of the same bird, which is a vulture, and it's picking at your family. It's been doing it for a long time. It's just weakening and weakening and weakening and weakening. It's just waiting to go for that kill shot. You're just lost. You have one life. Take control of it. Somebody else will. There's little truth drops in Hollywood movies. Groundhog Day. Things like that, where you just keep. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and expecting different results, it's considered madness. And people are just walking around just doing the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out. And they're just zombies, just lost. They just want more, more and more. It's pathetic. How much stuff do you actually require? What do you really want? Do you ever think about anybody else? Do you ever question things. Just hearing these lost people just takes away your energy. You try to give them guidance, and then you go, who do you think you are? Who made you? It's like, go away. You know, it's just there's a lot of bitterness and jealousy and lies and people lumping their baggage on each other, and there's a celebration of weakness that's been going on for a long time. It's just not attractive. Where does it end? You know, weak people just bringing up more weak people. To put it in a sports analogy, you think you're part of a team, yeah? Woo, we're winning, woo. You pass on your negative crap as a pass to me. And I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, I have to fucking work a little bit harder. Thanks very much. And I get the ball, and I give a shit pass because I don't care anymore, and I'm frustrated. I'm not in the moment. I give a shit pass to the next guy, and he has to work a little bit harder to get the ball, and he's frustrated and he's rattled, so he gives a shit pass. Next of all, you lose the ball, and the opposing team wipes you out. Next of all, you're losing 17-0. And you don't care. You're just like, fuck it. You know, we're getting paid. Ah well, you know. It's always next week. It's always, you know, next game. You know. You just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And you're supposed to be the senior team. And all the while the youth team is looking at you, going, okay. So they start repeating. You know, and it's just on and on and on and on and on. There's a lot of weak people out there pushing their weakness on other people. And women and children are suffering. And women are like, is this what you want? Because women want to be led. As much as they won't admit it, you know. Men are supposed to lead women and children and provide for them and show them love and affection and protect them and guide them. A man is supposed to be an entertainer. A man is supposed to be able to tell stories, sing songs, get down on the floor, draw pictures with them, and a man is supposed to be a lover, a fighter, a warrior, a poet. You know, a man is supposed to be somebody to look up to. You know, men are supposed to be men. There's a serious lack of fucking men out there. There's a serious lack of women out there. Do you ever sit in a cafe or walk down the street and you see two women or a group of women just talking about other people? Did you hear who died? John up the road. Oh no, not John. No, not him. The other John. And I hate him. It's just pure negative crap. Gossip and filth. And just to take the focus off of them. You know, let's just point the finger Keep pointing the finger without, looking out, and you're gonna go without. People need to look within and think, You just want to be distracted, put the blinkers on. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Just like go blind, deaf, and dumb. Just lead a life of ignorance. It's what's the point? Do you not want better for yourself? Do you not want better for your women, your children? You came from a woman, your mother. I'm sure you have sisters, you have daughters. Do you not want better for them? A child's first experience of people is their parents. A little boy's first love is his mother. A little girl's first love is her father. They will base their relationships with people outside of the house on how their parents act with each other. Their first knowledge of a relationship is watching their parents interact in the home. And people are just choosing the same old. Daddy was a drunk, so now I've got a drunk as a husband. It's just, just whatever. People are just choosing the same old. When are you gonna break the mold? When are you gonna choose something better? You really think this is what God wanted for you when He gave you the gift of life? You really think He led you here to endlessly suffer and not learn anything from that suffering? To just immerse yourself in greed and lust and just be a sodomite, just be bitter and twisted and lead a life of entitlement and expecting things, just being told what to do rather than knowing what to do and leading and teaching. There's a lot of sadness out there and people don't even realise it. People haven't even experienced half of the shit that's out there. Sons have lost mothers, mothers have lost fathers, fathers have lost daughters, parents have lost babies, friends have lost friends, grandparents have lost their vocations. They've had to retire and now they're deemed useless. And now their family just abandon them and put them in a nursing home and they just wither away, and those who are supposed to care for them don't. They're just there to make money. It's sick. Community used to be, two people had a child and then that child meets somebody and that couple then has children and they all stay together and they all grow together. And then they have friends and that's what a community consisted of. And now that's being torn apart. People don't grow their own food, people don't take care of each other, people don't respect each other. That the mold can be broken with just one choice, one movement. You know? Just take control over your lives and stop fucking being led, misled. Just stop it. You know, you're walking around advertising fucking big corporations and, you know, look at my stuff. Aren't I great? I'm special. I have Dolce and Gabbana and I have Jimmy Choo fucking shoes and look at me. Aren't I wonderful? Aren't I pretty? Aren't I special? Just stop it. You self-absorbed fucking snakes. Just knock it off. You're advertising some, you know, you have a name, you have a purpose, you have a life, you have dreams and aspirations. You know, don't be led by corporations. Don't be slaves to fucking big pharmaceutical companies and vice. As much as I'm sitting here with a cigarette in my hand and having a beer, it's my choice, you know, and it's your choice to do what you're doing. But that's where it is. It's a choice. You know, you have a choice not to bring it into tomorrow. You know, you can make plans not to choose these things. Make better choices. As much as I'm talking to you, I'm also talking to myself. I'm sitting in a room on my own talking to myself. Talking to the monolith that's sitting on the fucking table over here. You know? These things have weakened us. You know? The 1950s, television was brought into the homes and people stopped sitting around the table eating food together and conversing and asking questions and being grateful, putting God first. Then it was TV dinners and just vegetating. You know, Caucasian culture was just ripped away and replaced with Jews controlling black culture and being pushed on everybody. You know, just a way of muddling up the gene pool and corrupting people and replacing your thoughts with somebody else's words, replacing God's thoughts, God's word with sin. What are you? Who are you? Where are you going? What do you want? Who do you want to be? Who do you want your children to be? Where do you want them to be? What do you want for their lives? What do you want for your great, great, great grandchildren after you're dust? Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Be on the watch. There are ways out. Know them. Take them. God has offered you chances. Know them. Take them. Life is for the living. So why aren't you living? Why are you living through somebody else's eyes? You know, somebody else's dreams. What do you want for yourself? What do you want for others? It's a serious lack of morality and standards have slipped, and people are just out for themselves. It's just, as long as I've got mine, fuck everyone else, you know? And that just has a trickle effect. People are so self-absorbed and so opinionated, so, you know, they say so much without saying nothing. It's very sad. I'm an empath and I feel a lot of pain that's just coming, you know. I soak in a lot of stuff. I'm a mimic, so a lot of that stuff comes into me. I don't want your fucking crap. Understand? I don't want to feel bad on your behalf just because you're a fucking paraplegic of the highest order. You know, you numb yourself to fucking, to not feel, to not think, to not fucking experience, to not take any responsibility. It's pathetic. Where's the men? Where's the women? You know? Where are the people that supposedly care about their children? Just leave it up to somebody else to teach them, yeah. Just leave it up to somebody else to care for your granny. You know, somebody else will do it. You know, drop your filthy mask on the ground and somebody else will pick it up, you know. Somebody else will do it. It's grand, it's fine, you know. They have a job, it's grand, it's okay, it's fine, they have a job, you know. What have I got? Where am I going? People are just disgusting. You know, have you not questioned, like, right? You have diabetes, okay? For instance, the hospital gives you needles to take your insulin, but also the hospital also issues you a fucking a drop box for needles to dispose of them correctly, and then you bring it back to the hospital and they dispose of it. It's their job. No, somebody else's job. Have you seen any of these kind of drop box bins for your biohazard material that you're smearing all over your fucking face? You know, your filthy gloves and your filthy masks. You claim to care about people's health, but you don't. You fucking mask-tarred idiots who are self-absorbed, fear-based sheep are denying people service for not complying with a lie that you've just swallowed out of fear because you just want. You know? Just Rihanna fucking playing in your head. Want, what I can get. Fucking horrible cunts, man. Nicely sheltered under your umbrella. You're just absolute mongoloids. Every fucking one of you out there that's wearing a mask, complying with this shit. You don't do your research, you just blindly fucking follow what your little box on the wall says. You blindly fucking follow what, you know. Your favourite song, Cardi B's WAP, is interrupted by a fucking breaking news. 33 people have contracted absolute fucking imagination. And you're like, oh, turn it up quickly. Oh my God, I care about it. You don't care about your own people. Why would you fucking care about statistics and numbers? Are we in fucking idiocracy too here? Like, what the fuck is going on? Your favourite store is fucking buff fuckers. Like, what's going on here? You don't need me. You don't need me to tell you this. You already know this. You're blindly complying out of fear. What are you afraid of? The only thing you should be afraid of is God. But you're not. You're concerned about the people that you don't care about. You're concerned about their opinion of you because you're a narcissist. Because you're a fucking weak-minded fool. Living in debt, in greed, wanting. It's all about you. You don't care about anybody else. It's all about your own greed and desire. And you'll step over your own grandmother just to get it, won't you? You people need to just wake the fuck up or just go. Simple. Just go. You're not wanted. You're not needed. Maybe there's a reason why they're trying to fucking knock you all off. You're seen as disgusting parasites. You have a choice. Step your game up. Be valuable members of society rather than just consumers and takers and leeches and parasites. Now fuck off, yeah?